My name's Chris Wilson. I own a performing arts school in the Chicago area called the Academy of Music and Art. And through owning that business, it's led me to all sorts of things. I started out life as a guitarist, but evolved into an entrepreneur, which led me to business coaching and writing books and helping other people start businesses. You're going to be great at this better than anybody else. When they have a session with you, they're like, oh my gosh, this person understood me and solved all my problems. So if you're just a person, maybe you have a day job and there's something you want to do, the first thing is figure out what you're good at. And then you have to be very comfortable going out and selling it to whoever it is, whoever you think your market is. And the person who planted this seed is Michael Gerber, a business coach, and he wrote a book called The E-Myth, The Entrepreneurial Myth. And the takeaway from the book is you create systems. So when I knew I was too busy to answer phones, I hired someone to answer the phone, where I realized I have to train this person, show them, here's how you answer the phone. And this is and that meant writing a script, or this is the information I want. Well, they're not going to remember it. So I have information cards that I made a long time ago that we still use. And these are the questions you ask them. And this is the process you walk them through to get them to do whatever it is, we're trying to do. Maybe find the right program for them or match the right teacher. So I think it's the idea of creating systems, it is the number one thing you can do as you grow and as you get bigger for everything. You have a purpose in your life to do something, and people just don't know that it's possible. I think I was very lucky growing up in a house. I mentioned my dad being an entrepreneur. It never occurred to me that you can't start a business. I just assumed everybody just did it. It was my dad's business started at the kitchen table. He sat with our neighbor who was a friend, and they drew up logos, and he drew up a business concept of what he was going to do. For people who have a dream and say, you can actually do it. You can actually start a business. You don't have to think about it saying, well, it's going to be this giant business like Google. You can start with something very small. Apple Computers is a massive company that started with two guys in a garage. So you can start with you and your friend in a garage, or just you and your significant other, or just you by yourself. And how far you grow it is really up to you. Know that it's possible. You can visualize that you want this giant business, but know that I started as just a guy, 23 years old, who knew nothing, who was teaching people music. And taking that journey, it will lead you somewhere. And it's gone in different directions, but I've arrived at it's been a very great place for me. So know that taking that first step and that you can do it. And even if it starts out, maybe it's just something you do at night, or maybe it's just something you do at the weekend. Maybe it's just a side hustle. We're in this time where you can really make things happen. And I think it just starts with just you taking that chance.